Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to do a simple oil change on a VW T25 stroke vanagon for you guys out in the USA.
And Alan's going to show you how to put his dipstick in fanny.
Ooh! Matron! Ooh. See you in a bit, guys. Okay, so what we've got here is we've got a 13mm socket. We're going to remove this sump plug and then drop this underneath it straight away and hopefully catch most of the oil. Here we go. Let's just hope it's nice and slack for us. It's the first time we've done this job on this bus. There we go. Hopefully that'll come free now. Let's just get it. Okay then, so that's the oil drained out the sump. This is the oil filter, which is warm. So hopefully while it's warm as well, it's another idea about running the engine up. Hopefully it should have loosened the threads up on that. So hopefully it'll just be hand tight and we'll get it off. If not, we'll have to get you can either whack a screwdriver through it and turn it, or you can get a strap or a chain to take it off. Hopefully we won't need that. Again, there'll be some oil that will come out of this. But hopefully, if I just turn that now, see if it'll... Yeah, so we've got to start on that. That's turning. So what I'll do is, you probably won't be able to see, I'll move the camera to the other side. What I'll do is I'll take this out because this oil's going to shoot this way. So if you don't pick it up on the camera, you're just going to unscrew that anti-clockwise. I'm going to put the bucket underneath here because it'll shoot out here and hopefully catch all the oil. And I don't want it going all over my camera, so I'll move the camera a little bit further back. Hopefully you'll catch it. If not, that's what I've done. Okay, but that's the oil filter that's off now. It's drained into there. Like I say, if you look on the end of that now, can you see on that? That's the rubber seal. So on the new one, when I put the new one on, I'm just going to take some of this oil here and I'll wipe it around the new seal on the new filter. And the reason for that is it'll just give it a nice start, make sure we won't get any leaks on it. A lot of people say you should use clean oil. It's on a rubber seal. It's minimal oil. It's going nowhere near the engine. Absolutely unbelievable. So just use a bit of that, wipe it on, you've got a nice seal, put the new filter back, put the drain plug back in, yeah? So then when you put your new oil in, that it doesn't all pour out the bottom, because I have seen that done before, believe it or not. Okay, so that's where we're up to. So as you can see there, that is what the oil filter is going to screw onto, okay? With the clean air oil filter, sorry, I'll screw onto that. And in here, so there's your sump plug. It's got a little copper washer on there, as you can see. So we just put that back in there. And then we'll nip it up with a 13mm socket. That's tight enough. Let's give it a wipe. Again, when you take things out, your tools or whatever it is that you're using, you just give them a wipe. You know, the more you wipe things, the cleaner you keep things, the easier life is in general. This oil that I'm wiping off back here, okay, I'll show you in a bit. These engines have push rods in them. These push rods, as opposed to pushing up and down, they push side to side, yeah, so that way, horizontal, that way, horizontal, not up and down. So they have what they call push rods. They have push rod tubes that go over them with seals on. My left hand side of my push rods are okay, but I've got one that's leaking on this far side back here, which will be a future video. So I'll just change I'll change all 8 out. Yeah, I'll show you how we do that in a later video, and that'll just stop that. It's nothing major. It just builds up over a little period of time. Just try and keep it clean. Try and keep everything clean. We'll wipe in there. Okay. I'm gonna rub some gunk in it. This is the filter I'm using. It's a MAN filter, W719/12 oil filter. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to use a bit of oil off here, and we're just going to, on that there, and smear the new oil around that. I don't know whether you can see that or not, but I'm just going to rub some oil around this face. I'll just screw this into place here. Just make sure you get it started properly. You don't want to cross thread this. It's nice and gentle only if you're going free. Yeah, just nip that up. That only wants to be hand tight. Just get 2 hands on it to nip it up. That's more than enough. Again, give it a wipe and a clean, so we can see any bits of rubbish that do come there. Right, so that's the second part of the job done. Sump plugs back in, oil filters on. So when we top it up now, okay, from the top end, nothing's going to leak back out. Okay, so let's flip up to the other side and we'll top it up with some nice clean oil. Okay, so there's all sorts of arguments about what is the right oil to put in a Volkswagen engine. I think the arguments about it are older than the flaming buses themselves, but anyhow, we're going with a 50840. I think that just gives us best all-round performance. It's Castrol Edge, and that'll do us in high temperatures, low temperatures, and it's more than adequate. It's an absolute top drawer oil, this. Don't skimp on your oil. The better the oil you put in, the longer your engine's going to last. So that's what we're going to put in. And I'll just take you down below and show you where we put it in. So you get access to your oil filler cap by pulling on this little knob here, which is attached to the number plate. Okay, I'm covering it up for various reasons, because you always get some people out there that aren't as honest as the rest of us, shall we say. So what I was going to say is that you just pull down on this, and then here you have your oil filler cap. You've actually got your water top up there as well. So a nice little tip for you: once you take it off, if you can take it off, just undo that. If you then pop that in there, it stops that springing back up. This is spring loaded. Put your cap in there, or anywhere along there, actually, it don't matter, just keep it out of the way. It stops it flipping back up on you. Okay, so now we need something to drop some oil in there. We'll take this out actually, let's see what much is it. Won't be anything in it, but we need to clean this. That's your dipstick there, yeah. I'll just clean that off. Clean it all around there. So where we need to fill it up to, you can see there's a mark there. I don't know whether you can see that or not, probably better doing it that way. So there's a mark there where my nail is there, my dirty grubby nail at present, it's full of oil, and a mark there. Okay, in between me get it right. In between my 2 thumbs, yeah, there's a mark, 2 marks. We need to be somewhere middle for diddle, for that'll do. Okay, that's what came out. I'm going straight in. If you look at this, this has got, you can read that on there, it's got 4 litres in it. We need 4.3. I'm going to put 4 litres in straight away. Okay, so what we'll do now is we'll check the dipstick, and what you'll see on this, hopefully, is it's actually showing that it's got too much oil in. We'll see. Okay, so if you look at the dipstick now, it's actually showing that there's the mark that we were talking about earlier. It's actually showing all right the way up here. That's 4 litres straight in. Don't worry about that. When we start the engine up now and run it round, it'll get in the oil filter, getting all the workings of the engine, and that'll start dropping down, and then we'll adjust it to suit. As I say, it should take 4.3 litres. I've just put 4 litres in. Before you start it up, make sure that you've got the dipstick back in and your oil filler kit back on. Well, you can probably hear we started fanning up. Don't seem to have any oil leaks from the oil filter or from the sump. Another 5 minutes here to get all the oil around the engine, and then we'll check that dipstick again. Okay. If you can remember now that I've warmed it up. If you remember when we'd filled it up with the 4 litres, it was showing that it was over full. We've ran the engine for 5 minutes now, so the oil's nice and warm. It's got into the oil filter, it's got around the workings of the rest of the engine. So we'll take this dipstick out now and let's see what it's reading now. Clean it up first. So dip it now, if I can get my eyesight right. Let's push that in. There we go. It goes all the way down, there we go. Let's see what we've got. Yeah, so if you look at that now, that is now showing. There's the first mark, if you know what I was talking about. That's the minimum. There's the maximum. Okay, and the oil's showing about halfway now. So what I'm actually going to do now, I'm actually going to put another 0.3 of a litre in. I don't think that's going to be that far off that now. Right then, so we've topped it up, ran the engine for another 5 minutes. It's been left for 10 minutes to let the oil drain back down. Okay, so we'll dip it again now and we'll see where we're up to. Let's just clean this off first. Oops, excuse me. And hopefully we should be somewhere near the top now, 3/4 to top. I can't see anything. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so if you look at that now, can you see that? That's the top, so it's actually right on maximum. Okay, I'm not bothered about that. Once everything's round there, maximum's fine. So we're good to go for another 6 months. That's ready for the new season. That's all the job done. I'll put the cap back on, make sure that that seal's in there. I've checked underneath, the oil filter's not leaking, the sump plug's not leaking. So that's how you do an oil change on a Volkswagen T25 1985. Whether you want to call them a T25 or a vanagon if you're over in the States. Here we are, just after the oil change. So what I'll do is now, you can see the dash, I'll try and point the lights out for you. Oops, there we go. So you can see the oil lights flashing there now. We're in neutral. Let's just see what happens here. Oil lights out straight away. Okay guys, so that's the first part of the service done.